Oh yeah, he's
Street Fighter 6. I will be all over that shit. Tiger uppercut.
That's too good. That's fucking great.
Hadouken!
You're playing sounds before. I got to give you this one then. That one's nice. I'll keep that as my text tone.
I just bought Street Fighter 6 for $30, and it's a $110 game. I bought the Ultimate Edition because it had $80.
Well, that's the thing
Microsoft
too.
Rewards
It's
points.
you're never.
Tell me more about that. I want to know more about that. Why did it cost that much?
Why does it cost that? Well, you're buying the season pass. You're buying all the downloadable content for the year.
Which is all the characters, basically.
For the year. That's not even lifetime for
you're,
the game.
You're getting... Mortal Kombat's actually $10 more than Street Fighter 6, the Ultimate Edition of Mortal Kombat 1, which is Street Fighter 4. Well, my experience with Street Fighter started with the original Street Fighter before there was buttons on the game. So the original Street Fighter, you picked Ken or Ryu, and it was an arcade game. You had a stick, and you had two pads, a blue pad and a red pad, and you had to bang on the pad to kick and bang on the pad to punch. That's how you played the game. And obviously they evolved it into Street Fighter 2, which revolutionized arcades. Arcades just skyrocketed in terms of population and popularity. Right. Street Fighter was in fucking laundromats, and it was in like car washes. It was fucking in your local Nathan's drive-thru. It was fucking everywhere.
I have Street Fighter 2 SNES.
Yeah.
And it is still
$80
to this day. It's worth $80.
No, when it came out, it was $80.
Oh shit, Jesus!
So
really?
whoever bought you that, your mom and whoever, thank her.
Yeah, it was my dad. My dad.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I used to tour. As a kid, I was like a kid phenomenon, like the kid from The Wizard who would just like, he would just pick
You're
up
like
the control.
Dr. Disrespect? What?
Yeah, I guess of Street Fighter 2.
Dude.
So I would go to local tournaments in New York area, and I would just house these adults who would just fucking just like get really upset that a kid is beating them. And back in the day in the arcade, it's kind of like why I'm so competitive when it comes to like multiplayer games. If you lost, you had to go to the back of the line. You had to wait another hour, half hour to play again. You put your quarter on the machine. That means you're next. You got next. You stay on. If you lose, you're out. You go to the back of the line.
There were rules.
There were rules, man. And
there were rules.
You do not. You do not.
This line.
You do not cross.
You do not cross.
Over the line. Shit about the rules.
So I won a bunch of local tournaments on Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Third Strike, and then Street Fighter 4 came out. I used to go to this arcade called Chinatown Fair in Manhattan. It was in Canal Street. Great place to play fighting games. They had like DDR tournaments and Street Fighter tournaments, and then we were among the first to play the Street Fighter 4 cabinet from Japan. And they imported it a year before the game was released to console, so we would just go there to play it. And by the time the game came to console, we were already like super good at it. So I remember it was like a midnight launch at GameStop, and they held a tournament at GameStop. And if you won, you got a free copy of the game. And I just fucking housed everybody.
Dude.
They were just like, "How does this kid know how to fucking do that?" I'm like, "I've been playing for a year. Fuck you."
Japan, baby.
And that led me to continue to put time into it again. And I wound up going to Evo in 2010 in Las Vegas, which is the biggest world fighting game tournament on Earth. You get people from Japan, Korea, Europe. They come from all over the world to participate in this tournament. And it was just, it's kind of like the Comic-Con of fighting game tournaments. So all the fighting games are on tournament that day. Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, Tekken, like everything. And this was the first year of Street Fighter 4, so it was huge. I'll never forget that. I still have my Evo pouch that I could put my arcade stick in and travel with it.
How did you place?
That's fun.
So I won my first pool, and then I got bounced out of the preliminaries to get into like the top, I believe it was top 64, top 32, top 16. So I didn't make top 64, but I was top, I guess, 100.
Nice.
Which is pretty fucking good.
High.
And I got bounced out by the world's best Sagat player at the time. Sagat was S tier in Street Fighter 4. Mago, who was from Japan, just
house. So I have a question for you, because I've heard a couple of things when it comes to fighting games and gamers, specifically style. Americans are aggressive traditionally in their style, and Japanese are still
turtle
and completely waiting for you to make the
patient
wrong move.
Yeah, so they counter move you, so that it's just, again, like if you go to Japan, their culture of how they play video games is not sitting in your room on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. They're in an internet
public
cafe,
right,
playing an arcade
You
cabinet
don't have
next to
good
each
internet
other.
at home like that.
Yeah, but it's also a matter of are you playing against your friends who are okay at the game, or are you playing against the best of the best?
Right.
Like if you want to really test your skills to get really good, you have to be playing against someone who's way better than you.
I stopped. I feel like I was